Welcome everyone who's new, and welcome back everyone who's been with me for a while. Thank you for all the new subscriptions and comments and likes. Thank you so much, you guys. So if you would like to order a personal reading or a consultation via Skype, or beautiful guided meditations, amazing tool for your healing, or you would like to offer an energetic exchange in a form of donation, all the information for that is going to be down below. And today's reading is about what do you need to know about them. Okay, it can be absolutely anything. This is more of a reading about your loved one, somebody you might feel that you have a connection with, and they might be silent, or I actually don't know what is going to come through, just as usual. Okay, so let's go to it. All right, so pile of cards number 1 for what do you need to know about them. King of Pentacles, the Emperor, 4 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, 10 of Air, the Spiral Dancer, Circuitous Route, Perception in reverse, and Make the Effort. So I would like to start by saying the first message that came through very quickly was that for those of you who are in a divine connection, who are twin flames in a way, who are the split souls twin flames, especially because those are the ones that have only one twin flame, because this term is used very freely these days. It has started as the split soul term. Now it's used also for a soulmate in love, somebody that we attract with our vibrations, which we have many of those in... we just have many of those because we attract people, according to our vibrations. So... but it is used as twin flame. So what I'm talking about here is for those of you who are split soul twin flames or in a divine connection, okay? For those of you, is a message that this person that you are acquiring here about, they are your divine counterpart, because we have the King of Pentacles, and this is the message that came through with the King of Pentacles and with the Emperor here as well a little bit. With the King of Pentacle more, because that's the ultimate divine masculine, and that's the message that came with this card. So just for those of you, what do you need to know about them? They are truly your divine counterpart. If you are in divine connection, or which means that you are growing yourself, you're growing towards self-love, so you can be with this person, especially if you are the split soul twin flame. You guys who are those, you guys know what I'm talking about. All right, so what else do you need to know about this person? Okay, so the messages that are coming through with this is with the 4 of Pentacles here. This person, they desires you a lot. They really want to be with you. They want to be with you sexually, or just and in a normal way. They just want to be with you. They really admire you as a person and as a beautiful human being and as their partner, and they really want to be with you. On the other hand, however, they are, as you can see, for me, this woman, she's trying to push that a man towards her, and he is kind of pulling away. And this is what I feel, that your divine counterpart is actually pulling away, because he is in that moment where he doesn't know what he wants, or not rather what he wants. He knows what he wants. He wants to be with you, but at the same time, he doesn't believe that it is possible. He doesn't he doesn't believe in himself enough that will be satisfactory for you, and anything that you will say, would just even make it worse, because this person doesn't really believe that you know them, and they're afraid that the second you would actually get to know their real self, their real them, you would abandon them. So they prevent it by pulling away, by running away. This is very often this, split soul twin flame dynamic, is that the divine masculines are very afraid of the divine feminine actually discovering who they really are, who they believe themselves that they are actually, which is not a good person. And she would run away because they have her on this pedestal as a perfect person. So he's in this, like this person you're inquiring about, doesn't matter if it's a female or a male, they're in this split of, I want to be with you, but at the same time I cannot. I just cannot. Like I'm not ready, and all, like a lot of them actually don't even see it possible. They are very tired of this dynamic of going through the pains and discovering about how that they have to pretend on the outside to be this perfect emperor, whatever, and they just want to be themselves, but they frankly don't know how to be themselves. They don't even know who they are. And so this is kind of like they're on the verge to go on that journey towards that self-love. Okay, I feel that we have the make the effort card, and we have the circuitous route that is technically something that is repeating and repeating and repeating, and this is what they're feeling like. They're going through this circle of, I feel good about myself. No, I want to be with her. No, I don't feel good about myself. Could never be with her, or him. And just this is repeating and repeating. And I feel like that they really want to like break it, because they're very tired of being stuck in this dynamic. So they're changing the perception of how they view themselves. They're kind of going towards their intuition, towards the divine, even though like I dare to say that a majority of them is not going to be calling it divine, or not going to be calling it the universe. They're not going to be using any kind of tools, 5D or whatever. Like this is just such a weird term, the 5D, because we just use it so freely, and I say like 90% of us don't even know what that really means. Like it's definitely misused, because there are so many terms these days and people just use them so freaking like for anything. So it's technically, like our journeys is about self-healing, and the self-healing, it is done here on this earth. It's on our lives. Yes, it can be done through the past lives as well, but majority is done through this life, because we need to love ourselves in this life. And this is what I feel that your person is going towards. I feel like that the decision for this, it's not necessarily conscious yet, but they're definitely going there, because they are so tired of the bullshit of the circular dynamic that they're in all the time. And they will definitely make the effort of loving themselves. Like I said, I don't feel it necessarily that they are, using these terms, or that they're actually like consciously decided, I'm going to love myself now, I'm going to work on myself. Some of them can be like that, but I feel like most of them, this is very much unconscious dynamic that is going on within them, and but I feel like they are at the point where it's going to go better. It's going to go better, because they are like, even without knowing, they're grasping, they're gripping that help of the universe that the universe is giving them, and they're kind of using the tools to go through those pains, in a better way and easily and everything. And it's probably because you are using the tools in a better way, and you are working on yourself, because that's just the energetic connection that we have between ourselves and our divine counterpart. If we heal, they heal. Okay, I think that's the message. So that's what you needed to know about them. Okay, love you guys so much. If you want a personal reading, all the information is down below. Thank you so much. Bye. And a pile of cards number 2 with this beautiful amethyst pendulum for what do you need to know about them. Prince of Wands, the Wheel, 7 of Chalices, 5 of Air, the Sacred Union, Partnership, Romance, the Altar Priestess, Preparation, Prayer, Sacred Ritual in reverse, Free Yourself, and Deception. Okay, so this is going to be probably a very quick message, because what is coming true with the Prince of Wands, the Free Yourself, and the Deception is that this person that you're inquiring here about, they lived very much like this Prince of Wands, you know, in a, I don't want to say selfish ways, but kind of like pretending that they're a tough guy or a tough girl and that they don't have to you know, care for the feelings of others, even though they did feel, you know, guilty for hurting people, and because they feel so much pain within them and stuff like that. And I feel like they were partying a lot and you know, going from a partner to partner, using sex as a weapon, you might say, to, you know, to self-deprecation and self-hurt and stuff like that. Like they were, well, some would say that they were sabotaging themselves, but they are consciously, I feel like this decision that they made is a conscious one. They want to turn the wheel on the other side, and they want to truly free themselves of this deception that they're living in. They live in a deception of being this, even though they feel something completely different. Okay, so they want to free themselves from the deception of the personality that they created, you know, that they are for the public. Okay, and I feel like what this card is saying is that they're gonna use their heart to guide themselves, because they're using their mind, they're consciously using the mind until now, and it didn't get them anywhere, because using the mind, using the logic that they're having, has just brought them more pain and more suffering and more doubt in themselves, and more you know, self-unworthiness and all that. So they're like, okay, I'm done with using this, you know, templates of society. I'm just going to use my heart, and I'm just going to, you know, go for this partnership kind of life. I feel like they're using you and what they had with you at one moment as inspiration, because they felt the purity when they were with you. And even, you know, for some it was months, for some it was few minutes, but they remember that purity, they remember those special feelings just as much as you do. And I feel like a lot of you here are in the, you know, twin flame split soul connection, and I'm yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. So this is not necessarily for them the decision to go and contact you, not at all. They're just using you as an inspiration to work on themselves, because right now they still know that they don't feel good about themselves, and they just want to work on themselves. Okay, they're kind of preparing for that sacred ritual, for that action. Like, this is a card of an action, but it's still in reverse. So they're just preparing for that. They're not actually doing it. They're preparing for that. But you are being as a huge inspiration to them. Like, they're really thinking of those moments that you had together and how full of passion they were and how pure they were. Like I said, it could be minutes, right? But it was so memorable. And we have the turtle here, and the turtle is a very slow creature, right? So they know that they need to take it slow, and they know that they need to put themselves on a first place, and that there is no rush, and that they need to do it properly according to their own needs and according to their own capabilities. So they're absolutely no rush. They're in very patient state, because they know that they are doing this for themselves and for you as well. If you are to be together in the future, they are in the state of they are using you as an inspiration, but they are staying very much in a present moment and freeing themselves from the deception that they are living in. Okay. And they really need to take it slow, because they have absolutely no clue how to do it, but they want to figure it out themselves, and they really want to do it. They feel they really want to be alone and just heal themselves, be there for themselves, because they have never been there for themselves. Even though on the outside, the deception, deceiving them, the Prince of Wands, might seem as a selfish person, but they have never been there for themselves. It is a new concept for them, because I feel like a lot of them have been, influenced by the mother to be this, you need to sacrifice this and you need to sacrifice that, and they did exactly that, and due to that they were never there for themselves. They never put themselves on a first place. But they're gonna do it now, and that's very good. So this is a very beautiful message. Okay, you guys, I hope that it helped a little bit. If you want a personal reading, all the information is down below. I love you guys so much. Bye. Alrighty, pile of cards number 3 for what do you need to know about them now? The Emperor, Queen of Pentacles, Tree of Pentacles, King of Fire, Six of Air, Guys, garden fruition, abundance, reaping what you sow, and a playfulness. Okay, very beautiful message is coming through. Message of a balanced person who you're acquiring about. Somebody who's very, who's working on themselves, who's very conscious about how much they have changed, even since they met you, I dare to say, but how much they have changed and how much they have worked on themselves, and they feel truly like the king, like the emperor, like the divine masculine is coming out of them, is being born. Okay, and what is coming true with these 2 cards, okay? And this might cause some triggers. So they are, it can be in regards to you, can be in regards to just any woman, that they want this. They want the connection. They want somebody who they can protect, somebody who who they can nurture, who they can hug and just be there for them. Somebody they can protect and support. Some beautiful, fragile woman who they can truly be there for, as the divine masculine, and really have the balance in the divine masculinity and divine femininity. And this this is what they want. They want the traditional role of the divine masculine and divine feminine. And I'm not talking about traditional roles that the woman needs to stay at home and cook and the man is the provider. You know, look up the traditional roles of divine masculine, divine feminine, if that has, you know, triggered you, because that is something that we all should reach, you know, like we all can be independent. We all can do everything by ourselves, but we allow one another to actually own each other and support each other and be a part of each other and you know, take up the traditional roles of the divine masculine and of the divine feminines, because we love them and this is what he wants, and this is what his conscious decision is, because he worked on himself so much and he wants a divine feminine now. He wants somebody who worked on themselves so much. And this is what he doesn't want. He doesn't want some woman who is abusive. He doesn't want a woman who's going to put him down, who's going to be ordering him around. He wants somebody equal, somebody who can love and nurture, and he wants somebody who can nurture him and love him and not, you know, be abusive towards him. And like I said, I'm not saying this was necessarily you, but this is just a message that is coming through, that he wants somebody who is going to love themselves fully and be absolutely aware of their divine femininity. Okay? He doesn't want any sort of, you know, that silly equality that is forced on us, you know, that sexism that is forced on us. And therefore, I'm not belittling it, but, you know, by talking so much about sexism, we simply create it even more in our reality, because it is, again, a law of attraction. We are having the take on the equality in a completely wrong way these days. Of course, I'm so, you know, for the equal pays or whatever, but we are, you know, we are trying to grab the equality from the point of view that we are equal, but we are not equal. We are not the same, because women are not the same as men and men are not the same as women. And we need to embrace our own masculinity and our own femininity, and we need to honor that in one another. And this is what we are not doing. We are killing our own masculinity and femininity, and we are killing masculinity and femininity in the other person, in the other gender as well. And this is what we are doing in these days. And this man, I feel like most of it is going to be man. This man or a woman, doesn't matter. They want the real thing. They want the divine counterpart. They do not want the silliness of this world. They want the divine counterpart. And this is a very strong message. So if you got triggered by that, just go and explore why you got triggered by that. How does that make you feel about yourself? What does they make you feel, the programming that you have from society about this? And like I said, look up the attributes of the divine masculine, divine feminine, because it is very important to know, for you to know what I actually mean by the equality and by their traditional roles in the relationship, okay? And this person you are inquiring is about, he wants this, not this, or she wants this and not this. They want somebody who is healed, or who is, you know, working on themselves, who is healing themselves, who doesn't, you know, believe in the bullshit of the society. And then they can have, you know, the playful relationship with you. They can have the equal relationship with you. Like this couple, you know, they can nurture each other. They can, you know, they can feel the connection fully, and they can have the fruition together. They can have the abundance together, okay? They will be reaping what they sow, and what they sow, what you sow, what we sow was, you know, the healing, the love, the unconditional love, the, you know, getting rid of the conditions of our programming and our traumas from childhood, etc., etc. We are healing. We're all actively healing. We're not being in resistance. You know, and this is what this person wants, and this is absolutely amazing message. So if this resonates with you, good for you, because it is such an amazing, powerful message from this person you are here about, this king of fire, this emperor, because they freaking know what they want, and they just They're not going to settle for less. They're not. And you know what? And if you guys are in a twin flame split soul relationship, they freaking know that you can do it. And they freaking know that both of you can do it. And you probably are sitting here, you're like, yeah, hell yeah, I'm there. I'm freaking there. I'm up for this. I know that I'm working on myself. I'm not in resistance. I'm completely surrendered. I'm like, so this, in connection, in awareness, in consciousness. This is the bullshit society that we're living in. This is what we need. Okay, you guys, it was a really beautiful message. I love you guys so much. If you need a personal reading, it's all down below in the description box. Love you guys. Bye.